Hello, suppressing tubers, or neutralizing tubers perhaps, and welcome back to Let's Play Lobotomy Corp. At long last, we're recording a new episode. The future tubers are here, the live tubers are still around. It's been a while since the last time the future tubers saw the base. We've done a lot of work in between then and now. So the last episode should have been my first ever attempt at Bina's core suppression. You might notice we're not done that yet. So we're gonna do that again today, and just to catch you guys up a little bit, since then we've reset the base, grinded our way to 100% codex by getting every single abnormality once and researching them, including ones we normally don't use because of other reasons, sometimes copyright strike music stuff. And after we had 100% codex, we reset the base again, and then we built our base up very carefully to not include certain bad abnormalities that have really nasty secondary effects. So things like the Mountain or Army in Black or the Big Bird that escaped as clerks died, we have avoided those. We've tried to avoid the kind of abnormalities that break out kind of on RNG, like Alriune or the Silent Orchestra, where there's nothing you can really control. Sometimes they just breach and cause problems. So we've tried to avoid things like that, and generally make sure that whatever we've got is workable most of the time, and sometimes with a negative penalty. Like, you know how there's a clip-off penalty for WAs and ALIFs. Every time you use it, it gets like a -4, -8 penalty. Well, we're going to be dealing with -10s and -20s, so we need to be able to work them with a huge penalty and, not die. So certain abnormalities are kind of off the list because of that. Not every single abnormality we picked was optimal, of course, because there's a lot of randomness involved, but most everything here is pretty easy and safe to use. Once we get to the middle section, this is our first ALIF, nothing there. It's definitely scary, and it's going to cause some... If it gets hit by the -20% reduction, I'm going to be concerned for whoever I send in, but I've got people geared for it. Theoretically, they've got really good stats. Basically, you can see every single slot has someone in it with basically max stats. The maximum stat is 138 for everything, or maybe it's 140, whatever. I've tried to make sure everyone's got maximum employees, and that should help a lot. We'll see. We'll see very shortly. But yeah, the ALIF is dangerous. Things like, I have to remember Little Prince, I can't send the same employee in 5 times in a row. They have to work somewhere else. So there's things like that I have to try to remember. There are some risks of bad things happening from this guy, or things breaching if we don't get a good result. But most of the time, that's not a problem. And like I said, I've tried to pick things that generally won't breach on us. The Dreaming Current, for instance, is very safe. It's very difficult for him to get to a 0 breach. It's possible, but I've tried to pick the ones that are safe. On the bottom floor, we have our second ALIF. Again, dangerous, but hopefully we can work it without too much trouble. We'll see. And yeah, so the plan basically is every department has 2 employees dedicated to working the section. They are going to stay. The first 2 in every section are staying. The last 3 will all group up in a kill squad, and when the time is right, they will attack Bina. And hopefully with huge DPS, we won't be stuck here for hours, because the longer this goes on, the worse it's going to be. So the quicker we can kill her, and I have gone pretty carefully through the gear here. Most people have ALIF weapons and armor. There's a few people that just have WA stuff, but I tried to put on like special effects on the WA gear. So where's a good example here? Like this lamp weapon causes susceptibility to black damage, so if it triggers, she'll take more damage from the ALIF black weapons, so that should help. There's a version of that for red damage and white damage that are included. There's someone that has a weapon, I think it's this one, that can give my employees a black shield. It might not help, but it might help, so we'll bring it. And we've got like some rocket launchers and stuff. I did the best I could to prepare. We'll see. What I didn't do is specifically farm ego gifts, which is something you could do, but I did not. You could definitely try to give everyone really good blue stats by farming specific drops from things. Like if you really want this +10 sanity points, you could grind 2% odds to get it as long as you feel like you wanted to. I did not do stuff like that, so we're not like the maximally geared you can get, but we are pretty good. Our base stats are high, and to be fair, just getting those stat ups did result in a lot of ego gifts. I just didn't optimize. Oops, that's not what I want. Hold on, this is kind of important. I have to reset this department. So yeah, there's quite a lot of people with good ego gifts anyway. That's all I'm trying to say. The order here helps me keep track of who's who. Okay, with that said, we're gonna get in here. Hopefully, if you saw your name, you know, I resurrected quite a few people. And basically, you can just assume that you've got max stats at this point. And we've even... Oh, yeah, I guess, like, you know, spoilers a little tiny bit. I didn't show it all for the future tubers. But if you know, there is a couple Aleph that I didn't show on screen. Or especially one. So we have some new armor from a special Aleph that we never got to record. We didn't actually ever suppress him. So the weapon that you could have got, we did not. So whatever. It's just one really good ranged weapon, but whatever. He's not in the base right now, so we don't need to worry about it. But it's another set of good Aleph gear, so you might as well take it. And obviously there's some gear that from abnormalities that weren't on the series, but I don't really feel like going through every single one. We're just gonna get to work here. It's already been 6 minutes. Let's get in here. The Firebird is fine. If the Firebird escapes, just the question here is the Firebird, technically on 3 successes, he will break out, but if he does break out, he's not hostile, he doesn't attack anyone. So he'll just get out, wander around for a bit, and then return. So I don't have to worry about that guy. And everything else in this area is pretty chill anyway. So, the suppression. The Arbiter. One thing I have to do is keep people out of her way. So if she enters a zone, I need to get out of the way, or she will kill them. Otherwise, you know, look, already a bunch of meltdowns. Already starting. So our first second here is kind of the key here. Let's queue up a couple things right away. Of course, we got minus 10% uncensored right away. We're going to go with Insight, because it should be the best. And it's going to be Cryptic and Awesome Guy that are working on him. And it looks like Awesome Guy, or sorry, Cryptic has slightly better stats. So I'll be using Cryptic to have the best chance of survival. For La Luna, you don't want to use Performance, but Attachment and Instinct are both really good. And this will be Awesome Guy's job. So, fine. The rest of the team... in a second, we're going to split up the rest of the fighters. Old Lady is going to melt down for sure. There's no options there. But that'll be fine. Zimiek doesn't matter here. So I need to remember the Heart of Aspiration. I hope once we pick it up, it shouldn't melt down again. Because we can hold on to it as long as we want. We just can't return it until we've been in combat. And I could have one of my combat units pick that up while it's melted down. So these 3 down here are combat units. So that seems fair. Normally we'll be using the workers for this department. The Knight of Despair, we're going to do the first work with one of my combat units. This is going to give them some extra protection. And that'll keep my workers from having the debuff where they can't work. Dream of a Black Swan is best done by Instinct or Repression, I guess. So Tuned and Chubby Cat doesn't really matter. And then these guys, Naked Nest is Instinct, right? Instinct or Attachment are both pretty good. I think Instinct is slightly better. This guy is a little scary if we ever get a bad result. And then I just need to make sure I don't leave anyone in there. So we have to get in there and get out. Now, it's maybe worth... I wonder if I should hold off until I clear the last one of each color. Until my combat squad is ready to attack. Because we can wait 50 seconds before we trigger one. And if I can group up the combat squad, we might be able to, wipe a squad out really quick. Also, one of the questions I wasn't sure of is, would rooms in extraction melt down? And so far, the answer is no. I don't have anyone stationed here, obviously, because it's a suppression. So if these are immune to meltdowns, that would make my life a little bit easier. I don't know, but, So I think there is 1 gold and 1 silver up here. And I think I'm going to save those for last. So that, they're pretty easy. They're both, not difficult ones. And that will be the last 2. I can't forget about them. But once those 2 trigger, she should get stunned and also weaken her defense. Okay, so first step, fine. Now I need to split people up. Also, spikes are going down. All the clerks are going to die. People are going to take a bunch of damage. Maybe the easiest way to split people off will be to do it from the suppression menu. Like this. So, we're not going to let them attack her, but as they get closer, we'll be able to control them. VD is going to get buffed, or to get the heart, and then we'll come. These 3 are actually pretty close. These 3 are attacking. So yeah, 3 attackers per department seems pretty brave. We need to pick up John Matthew after he gets the debuff. Alright, and that's everyone except for the 2, they're on their way. So we're gonna, have them wait. So we don't, we're gonna have to run away from her until we're ready to trigger the stun. Okay. Yeah, lots of damage in the background. You know the drill. I will need to reset the workers to the middle layers, the 2nd and 4th layer. Some people we're going to move around once we get the combat units out of the way. Don't forget bullets. It's going to be difficult to clear a meltdown, to clear a cycle and reset our bullets. So we could try to refresh these if we want, but we have to deal with all these meltdowns first. So that's the priority. Okay, so she's coming. 2 guys are going up that way. 2 guys are not. Hold on. Just so they don't run right into her. Because she's on her way. Okay, we've got reinforcements coming. I need to see which elevator she gets off at, actually. So hold on. Because if she goes this way or this way, depends on where we want to group up. And I need to remember not to keep people in this room. And then the guys upstairs, we want someone ready to trigger this last second, and someone ready to trigger this last second. There is different timers. I think some of these have different durations than others. I think the dark fog gets a minus 15 second and a minus 10%. Ooh, alright. Alright. Here she comes. Remember, she causes more meltdowns as she gets closer. And get out of there. Now, where is she going? Hold on just a second. So this is combat units. Combat units. She's doing something. She's just killing clerks. We're getting a fair number of combat units near. A little bit too brave there. You guys hold on a second. I don't think we'll have everyone ready in time. It's a long way to go, but we're getting close to being ready to trigger. Also, I should send... Yeah, so VD has the heart. Move on over. And whoever's got the... Oh, I won't be done with this one for a minute. Okay. We're going to want you on the bottom floor to cover meltdowns over here. And there's some people in there we're going to want to move in a minute too. Okay, she's coming this way. So we're gonna not run to our death. Once these two are done, we're gonna carefully, you know, move them around. Combat units can follow her. The idea is to get behind her, and then we just stay one room behind until we're ready for the attack. To spring the trap. Did I forget to send Thornham over? Or no, he's on his way, that's all. These two I want on the second roll, though. And I think I told Chubby Cat already, but just in case. And, like, because hitting the meltdown is very important. We'll probably do some repositioning in a minute. I sure hope we don't have disasters. I really hope Cryptic has enough black armor to survive this one. Because he took a lot of panic damage. It's definitely dangerous. Okay, let's keep an eye on our big bad. She's coming towards us. The clerks are doing dumb stuff. She's causing meltdowns. So that's... like, we're going to be sending this team's regular workers in here. We have to remember to clear that. As she walks past HR Spiders and the apple. But we want to wait till she gets by. Before you go running to your death. You think this is enough? Maybe when this squad groups up over here, we've got a lot of people coming. Oh, yeah. Once these guys get close enough, I think it's time to attack. So Jelka is waiting. Jelka is one of this department, right? I just gotta remember the names. Yeah, Pixel and Jelka are waiting. So you guys are gonna go to here. You guys are gonna go to there. So I'm planning on stunning her as long as I didn't miss anything. We've got people ready to go. We've got 23 seconds. That should be enough time to get a little bit closer right before she gets to this room. I think we'll be good. Oh, we've got people moving in right now because they've been chasing us. Let's trigger this now. All right. Wish me luck. If I can take her out in one cycle, this will be a great success. I'm going to start positioning people for quicker reaction speeds. A little bit less healing, but it should be fine. And the second row down here is kind of hard to get to. So one guy for up top, one guy for bottom. Same thing over here. One guy for the top, one guy for the bottom too. Yeah, we'll split the top. Okay, so I've queued up the work. She should be stunned shortly. We're gonna have 2 suppressions. Is that it? That should trigger her. She's now double vulnerable. She should be paralyzed. Alright, team. Here it is. Go, 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 go. She is very weak right now, but it doesn't last very long. So enjoy your double damage. So much. I don't remember exactly how long it lasts, but this is looking good. It doesn't matter how long it lasts, we got it. Oh, everyone out of the way. Great start, team. DPS, so good. Okay, that puts us in phase 2. The quicker we can do this, the easier it will be. That's why we've worked so hard. We've got 2 people ready to go handle these meltdowns. My combat squad is going to just get behind her. Hopefully she doesn't one-shot anyone on the way out. And I do have another combat unit somewhere. Not quite ready yet. Jean Matthew is just going to be a little bit slow. But everyone else... Okay, let's just try to get out of her way. Run away, guys. It's fine. What's she doing? She's just refreshed her shields. Back to immune to damage. And she's continuing to walk. I don't see her charging any lasers. We can elevate her out of the way if we have to. That's a large part of the plan here. Okay. We've got the next set of meltdowns already. Still nothing down there. We're barely even finishing the first round. Uh-oh. 3 down here is a little bit more than I was hoping. Oh, that's right. Well, that's going to be dangerous. So waves are less important. Like, the sooner we get rid of the waves. Okay. So phase 2, mechanically, there's going to be these killer waves wandering around. I'm pretty sure my guys can handle 1 hit from it. And if we hit all the purple ones, that will turn it off. So let's see. This is a good last one. Just trying to plan this out a bit. Looks like the purple gives us the minus 5% penalty. That's not too bad. Not as bad as the fog. So I think with 70 seconds, we can clear these 2 and still get to that one after. So for now, let's get those queued up. Oh boy, Cryptic took a lot of white damage. From Censored, of course. Pade does red, so that's fine. So, Instinct for Cryptic. Instinct for Awesome Guy. That'll clear 2, and then that's... Purple one's going to take a little bit longer, unless I send someone else down. Which I could. You know, I've got 2 people right here. As well, I say that. This guy's really hard to work, so maybe not a good idea. But the thing is, I don't know if I need to clear the purple right away. All I need is to hit all 6 golds and blacks again. And my kill squad kills her, right? Then we go to phase 3, which is, well, you know. I want that to clear. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing up here because it will only take a second. That doesn't let me... I might have to split someone off my kill team for one of these. You know, the shelter will only take a second, but I don't know if I've got enough time to get to Spider Bud. We'll see. Skin Prophecy is easy, right? Whoever works it is just susceptible to white damage. Yeah, we've got a lot of things on this section, so... And then Letitia, or Teresia, we just click on, and then... Okay, so yeah, let's queue this stuff up. Hades and Juju. Okay, and then we are done. I think I sent my dude with the shield over, right? I started? I forget. I don't see where they are. But whoever worked the Night of Despair should be joining the combat squad, is all I'm trying to say. This section, I think I'm going to send Pluto Pep over, because there's nothing in his section, to cover this one. It's really not that bad, though, so don't worry about that. And then the regulars here can handle the Black Swan. Again, not too scary. Tuned. And Chubby Cat. Chubby Cat will get a bit of a penalty, but he's not a fighter. He's a lover, not a fighter. Again, if I can hit all the golds and blacks right away, then my kill squad will go out. Well, or would it be better to wait a little while? Because if we trigger the next cycle, I can't pause the game like this. So we need to make sure we're ready for that. That's the problem. Cycle 3 is the one I'm really scared of. Because we have to do all this as well as not pause. let Robotnik look in the picture. That just randomizes his stats a little. We'll get this out of the way. The lock should be fine. This one's pretty easy. Get it going. So there's our gold trigger. So what am I missing? Just before I unpause and we begin the end game here where it gets really scary. Gold is important. We've queued up everything except 1 gold and 1 purple. So if I queue that gold one up, she will get stunned very quickly. And then we're in phase 3 probably, assuming she's got the same health. And after that, we just have to go fast. I don't like no pause micro. I also have to get out of this room quickly after we start that one. But like that's the last one. I've already queued up all the gray rooms. And then my hit squad's here, ready to go. I have to take someone out of this room, out of that room, out of that room. That's 3 clicks. Kill squad's got to kill and get out of the way. Once she goes to the next form, I can't pause. Then I need to, at the right second, stop censored from escaping. Well, if there are abnormalities escaped, but we can finish phase 3, it won't matter. But I still should try to, we know we want to break the meltdown. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else. It's just be good. Go fast. I gotta just trust I know what to send people to do quickly. Alright, guys. We've got a couple more pauses here before we're totally out of time. If Snow White gets out, it's fine. If the... yeah. So get out of there. That's 1. And as soon as he's out, I can actually send him to the apple. That's 1 less thing that can break out before the pausing. As soon as that starts, we want to... Actually, as long as I pause it... Okay, this is actually very easy. As soon as I pause it, you get out, right? Yeah. Easy peasy. I don't care if you got -1 stat. Then... These guys took some damage from something. It's fine. She's starting to take hits. We have to wait until she's stunned again. We're not going to break that wave, so... I might need to use some bullets here as we go in. Because the waves do some hit. They hit pretty hard. It would be really nice to clear this. What do you think? Do you think Zmiek can do it? 132 sanity, 0.8 damage from black. Or do we wait for Payday to finish? Payday's pretty quick. That will take a little bit... Well, I mean, it might be about the same as to walk all the way over, to be honest. And then we just bullet him a couple times and send him in. Because that'll break the wave attack. I've stopped... Oh no, I have to stop this one once it starts too. Okay, don't stay in there. Okay, she's not got her debuffs yet. Okay, the waves are past her. She still has defense. She might be stunned, but what are we missing? I think we're just missing this one. Once that goes in, she'll lose her defense. And then it's just game time. That'll be it. This is going to go really fast if it works, or we're all going to die very quickly. Kind of our last chance for safe bulleting. Spider Bud. What happens if Spider Bud hits 0? Does anything bad happen, or can we just ignore this? I don't think it matters. It doesn't escape. I think you just lose energy when Spider Bud melts down, right? So that's fine. I'd rather have the DPS than some energy. Okay. She is currently stunned. Get in there. Her defense will drop soon. To 0.8. That's not as much as I wanted. Get in there. That should drop her defense. In a second. Oh, there. 2 points. Okay. This is it, basically. So what I need to do is fight. Once she switches phases. Okay. This is my last chance. For real. As soon as she's done, Kill Squad moves back to the right. I'll try to bullet people if I can. But she's going to immediately start her special attack. And we have to queue those up quickly. Because if she pulls off her special, we're dead. Maybe we could hide in one of the elevators or something. But with no pause, man, I don't like it. Don't forget... I have a minute here, but... For this to work, Cryptic is going to finish Paday. I'm going to have to sanity bullet him like twice and send him in there. And then hit all the meltdowns. And people are in the middle of other work right now, so they might not be free immediately. But that might take a little bit of... Yeah, that's the micro. That's the micro death. Oh, so definitely took a lot of damage from the wave things. All right. Also, I'm not 100% sure. We can pause one more time at the end here. She is about to die. Let's just... Before I cannot pause, try to buff up my kill squad a little bit here. That looks pretty good. Hopefully that's everybody. I could go through the list, I guess, but... Are we ready for this? Oh, we had time! Oh, we're so lucky that we can do that while paused. Cryptic. I believe in you. Insight, I think, is the best on this guy. You're going to get one more sanity pill. 142. That'll kill the waves. That timing, I'm so glad I paused at the last second. I would have probably forgotten. Deep breath. Deep breath. Kill her. Get out of the way. She is... Hold on, she's still vulnerable. Why is she still vulnerable? I don't understand. Should I be attacking her? No, go do the meltdowns. Where are the meltdowns? Somebody. Shoes. Somebody hit this. Somebody hit this. Hit this again. Hit this again. There should only be like 6. This one is gonna hurt. Just get in there. Is that 6 yet? No. This one. Go, go, go. I don't know. We don't have a lot of time. Kill squad. Hopefully that's all of them. Move your butt. That's it. Get her, get her, get her. Please kill her. I can't pause. If she turns around and snipes us, we're all dead. But I think we got her. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Yes! Maybe we prepared too much, but hey. That's a win. Oh, baby. I was pretty stressed out on that one. It went really well. It looks like when she goes from phase 2 to phase 3, you probably don't need to run out of that room right away. Because I don't think her defense went back up immediately when she healed up the second time. Maybe I missed it, but as long as she didn't get hit by one of those pillars that she started summoning, you could probably stay in there and DPS her some, and then get out of the way. But I think the safer thing was to get out of the way, focus on getting all of the new 6 meltdowns, and bam, she's dead. No big deal. Easy. And that means we get some story. And for now on, if someone dies, we will never lose their gear, which makes it, well, let's say a lot less stressful. We can get away with deaths and resurrections a lot more permanently now. Also, we might get Robert's favorite music. And yeah, if you showed up for that last 20 minutes, you had pretty good timing. Whew. Wow. Much, much better than the last time we tried the Bina suppression. In fact, I still hate the pause mechanic, but other than the pause mechanic, if you know what she does and you've got an amazing DPS squad, that wasn't too bad. But with a random team, who knows, right? Okay, we still need to keep track of, like, end game tools. Let's just say that's probably not the last time we're going to have a lot of no pause meltdowns all over the place. So I still want to pick things carefully. Let me just pull up future tubers. This might be the first time you've had a Notepad++ advertisement. I have a list of things I want and don't want. So behavior adjustment. It's the one you have to stay in for 30 seconds, I think. Or you have to not return it for 30 seconds. But that's the main mechanic. That's not too bad. The tree sap I don't like because it always has a chance to kill you. Just a small chance. If you use it over and over again, you get a higher chance. And then the notes. The notes aren't too bad either. You just need to pick them up, do something else, like some other job, and then return them. Which is... I don't think you die from holding on to them. So these are all fine. The tree sap is the worst. But if I understand correctly, we could just pick this up and return it 30 seconds later. Or we could pick this one up, do a job, and then return it later. So I'll take... I don't like timing. Trying to keep track of time, especially when you can't pause, is more annoying. So it's easier to keep track of doing one job with the notes. New story. Garyon. Yet another place becomes a desolate wasteland in the end. But please spare me. I did everything you told me. H Corp? That's not Lobotomy Corp. Don't you get any impression when the place you belong to has returned to ashes and dust? Since childhood, scenery such as a myriad of stars illuminating the sky, or the sun's radiant light beating down upon the earth, couldn't impress me one bit. This, however, gives me a thrill that makes me thirst for more. But it's still not enough. My thirst has not been quenched yet. Why are you trembling? Where'd the guts to betray your very own nest go? Please, just let me go. You've got everything you wanted. The plan wasn't perfect, but it wasn't all that bad either. Thanks to those that placed their trust in you, we get to have this magnificent view. Trust is one of my favorite weapons, you see. It leaves a great wound, no. The sweepers will arrive soon. Wherever there is trash, they'll always be on time to gather it up. It's a symbiotic relationship, so to speak. We're too busy to take care of all the dregs. No, come on. Ah, yes, that face. Very anime. Anything but the sweepers. That vivid expression on your face is the testament to life. Gee whiz. So, Garyon, just casually destroying some competition. Well, the noon ordeal is only trash because we have ego weapons. I think it's safe to say janitors and unequipped clerks, like a regular person, would be hosed. But we do have some pretty powerful super special weapons that no one else really has. So some good janitors, some good employees can deal with them. My two best companions, silence and the metallic scent of black tea. Wouldn't you agree? Now, the next stop is that place. I don't think the janitors have ever killed a sweeper. They do kill some of the weak robots once in a while. But it takes like 10 of them. It's rather displeasing that I have to depend on the information from some orange-haired girl. The artist currently known as Hod. But the weak and the vulnerable tend to yield greatly valuable information. They're doing their best, come on. What kind of faces will show me what it means to be alive next? The only things that could excite me were the dying and the crumbling. Only the sound of their last breath and the expressions they made while they cling to their fading life could satisfy me. I recognized a long time ago that you and I were no different. We are the mutants the Epoch has created. No, let's say that we are the new generation of humanity, fit better than anyone else to live through this age. That is why you could have planned all of this. However, no matter what you achieve here, the world will not change. The wings on the rise, the organizations from the back streets, the creatures in the outskirts, the abyss in the ruins. Arbiters like me, the claws, the eye, you never have a chance against them on your own. But simply idling here won't change the world either. If there are no more places to run to, hide in, or rest, then I will witness everything you have to do with my own eyes. My own eye. I shall not close my eye just because my monitor is heavy, nor shall I turn away because the sight is painful. Simply proceed like you always have. Then you just may triumph. The eye facing the fear, breaking the cycle. Well, well, well. We are now further on than we've ever been before. Now, I'll read through day 43, but we've gone all the way to day 45 before, so we're not necessarily going to, for the future tubers, cover every single day here, because I know we've made it to 45 and then rewound, but we'll have a quick skim at what she would say after. So you wish to hear an answer from me. I have already made my conclusion. I was full of myself at first. I thought you would never be able to do anything without me by your side when we first met. Turns out, you were much more independent than I thought. Perhaps my assistance was not necessary in your journey after all. Therefore, you should not be seeking an answer from me. Now you can clearly see the door. It appears. So what do you think will be waiting for you behind that door? Okay, that was probably related to the suppression. This might be the regular day 43 note. This place, where there was once only silence, perhaps because it was only you and I, it has gotten a bit livelier thanks to the Sephiroth. Unlike me, they were weak and lacked rationality. They made so many mistakes that greatly annoyed me. I did not approve of you placing the Sephiroth here. However, you told me that your atonement and the awakening of the Sephiroth were key to the untying of the knot I lie in. I didn't know what you were talking about. You also told me I wouldn't understand. You even blocked me from interfering with that relationship, saying that it must be left as solely your role. You were right, as always. Even if I stay here repeating this endlessly, I suppose I still won't be worthy of understanding it till the end. To quote one of your favorite lines, a machine must behave as a machine. So I had to play the role of the observer, the only role you bothered to give me, enduring all the pain that others forget. I don't think I'll have to point that out anymore. Alright, well, that is all for this episode, future tubers. When we return, I'll probably wait till the end of day 45. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but what I will probably do, again, without recording it, is just get through the last couple days that there's really nothing specifically to worry about right now. Like, we'll show you the, I guess I'll show you the unlock for completing the suppression. But, all we're going to be doing is grinding a little bit to make sure all of our like, I'll probably max out my employee count again and train some people up a little bit, just, you know, grind some time away. But yeah, for now, when you die, you no longer use your ego weapons or armor, so we cannot lose them. Even if someone dies and you rewind, they will never lose your gear. And no more clip-off suppressions, or no more meltdowns in this section. So no more meltdowns anywhere on a normal day. So basically the next couple days we'll have no meltdowns, nothing really particularly difficult, and all I really need to do is train up 5 more people well, 4 more people. We've got 1 actually. So for the next couple days I'll probably train up max squad And, yeah, it shouldn't be particularly difficult. But once we cross into day 46, or 47, whenever it exactly changes, but, you know, that's when we get to the end game. So I'll save that for the next episode, and we'll do a little bit of grinding between now and then. So thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and join me next time for the beginning of the end game. BlueAnkylo out.